For eons, it remained a myth until a seismic cosmic shift revealed its true location. The discovery ignited ambition across the galaxy, setting the stage for an inevitable cataclysm. Upon confirmation of the Nexus's existence, the Galactic Convergence formed. This unprecedented alliance.
The stoic Krill mastered energy, the adaptable Xylos wielded technology, and the fierce Theron excelled in aerial combat.
Their mission: protect this anomaly and prevent any single entity from claiming dominion. Not all shared the Convergence's vision. From shadowy fringes emerged the Obsidian Syndicate, a
Driven by insatiable hunger, they saw the Nexus as an ultimate weapon. It was a key to unlock limitless dimensions for plunder.
Their vast forces, repurposed technology, and non-existential boundaries sent shivers through the Convergence.
The first clashes were not grand fleet engagements, but brutal, surgical strikes. Syndicate scouts,
Convergence patrols, Theron fighters and Krill cruisers responded with precision. Skirmishes escalated into full-blown dogfights amidst asteroid fields.
The void echoed with energy weapons and silent plasma torpedo detonations. Each was a harbinger of a The war for the Nexus rapidly expanded beyond skirmishes, engulfing entire sectors. Both sides poured unimaginable wealth and manpower into the conflict, turning peaceful celestial bodies into scorched arenas of war.
The Syndicate, unburdened by moral restraints, launched preemptive strikes on supply lines. They crippled Alliance communication arrays before full strength.
One major front opened on Xylos Prime, a once verdant world. Syndicate siege and towering cities became skeletal ruins. The Xylos fought valiantly, their plasma barriers shimmering under constant assault from the Syndicate. The Syndicate's destructive power was overwhelming, transforming the beautiful planet into a desolate cryptid. The Aether Lance, a colossal energy projector on Syndicate dreadnoughts, was their most feared armament.
It tears our fire. A flying high-pitched, bright-pitched white.
It could punch through planetary shields and liquefy orbital defenses. The Convergence scrambled for countermeasures, but the Aether Lance shifted the power balance.
Krill battle maze, merging consciousness with starships, spearheaded the counteroffensive.
Krill ships possessed shield technology absorbing and redirecting enemy fire, turning Syndicate power against them. This combined mysticism and technology.
This innovative approach, ancient mysticism with cutting-edge technology, allowed Convergence to reclaim strategic points, albeit at heavy cost. The war raged on, spilling into critical infrastructure. Station Epsilon 7, a massive Syndicate boarding parties, brutal combat automatons and shock troopers swarmed the hull, initiating desperate hand-to-hand struggles inside. Confined corridors became choke points, echoing with blasters and combat blades. Every bulkhead became a battleground, painted with sacrifice and survival.
Unparalleled skills and maneuverable starfighters proves indivisible. They weave through collapsing.
Their fighters, armed with precision missiles and disruptor cannons, disabled larger vessels. Theron battle cries signaled the end of Syndicate air superiority.
As war intensified, the Nexus reacted. Unpredictable energy surges caused both factions interpreted occurrences differently. Convergence as a warning.
Its volatile energies threatened to tear apart the fabric of the cosmos, making the urgent race for control even more critical. Deep within the Ghost Nebula, stellar dust coalesced into spectral forms. Here, Syndicate ambushes caught Convergence fleets by surprise. Dreadnoughts exchanged salvos blindly, their energy bursts illuminating swirling gases like cosmic lightning.
Isolation and disorienting environment added psychological terror. Every engagement was a desperate struggle against the enemy and the unsettling void itself.
Despite homeworld devastation, Xylos maintained their technological edge. They deployed adaptive
Their energy-dampening fields nullified the Aether Lance's power output. New cloaking technologies allowed daring surprise attacks for Convergence fleets. The Xylos' contributions were a lifeline, providing tools to adapt and survive. Ingenuity could... Syndicate tactics grew brutal. Bioweapons mutated ecosystems, turning worlds into... Their AI commanders, devoid of empathy, calculated optimal destruction. These atrocities galvanized the Syndicate's willingness to cross every ethical boundary, underscored the profound ideological chasm. Compromise became utterly impossible between these two factions. Creel scholars deciphered ancient prophecies regarding the Nexus, warning of a great unraveling if improper. This reinforced Convergence's mission, not to control Nexus, but to understand and stabilize its volatile power. Ancient warnings provided a chilling glimpse into the universal catastrophe if Syndicate succeeded. The conflict transformed into a cosmic crusade. At the Convergence's heart stood a council of three: Commander Valerius Trun, Chancellor Lyra, and General Kalen Tiss.
Their diverse strengths complemented each other, coordinating alliance forces. Valerius mapped strategy, Lyra oversaw tech, and Kalen led the vanguard.
Their unity, forged in war's crucible, served as a beacon of hope. Collaboration could forge victory, even against overwhelming odds.
Outwardly monolithic, whispers of internal strife plagued the Obsidian Syndicate. Mercenary empires and
high-ranking commanders, driven by ambition, withheld critical intelligence. These instabilities offered These fractional instabilities, though not fully exploited by Convergence, offered glimpses of weakness. As war dragged on, resource scarcity became critical. Both sides depleted asteroid belts and strip-mined moons to fuel fleets and armaments.
Rare elements became fiercely contested. Lightly defended supply convoys became prime targets for daring raids. Starship attrition climbed exponentially.
Factions made agonizing choices about dwindling assets. The galaxy was bled dry, its lifeblood siphoned to feed the maw of interstellar conflict.
Frostbite, a desolate ice planet.
Syndicate forces launched a ground invasion, deploying armored columns and excavating machines through blizzards and sub-zero temperatures.
Convergence forces, Krill infantry, and Xylos mechanized units dug in. The frozen wastes became a death trap of turrets and laser grids. After weeks, Convergence reached the relic, a massive, crystalline structure, humming. Its activation unleashed psychic feedback, incapacitating armies. Fractions. The relic hinted at greater dangers and a means to control the Nexus. This vital piece altered the course of the ongoing conflict. Commander Valerius, after the relic's visions, attempted a truce with Syndicate. He proposed joint effort to understand and stabilize the Nexus.
The Syndicate's answer was swift and brutal. Massive orbital bombardment of Frostbite, aiming...
This blatant aggression extinguished hope for peaceful resolution, solidifying Convergence's grim determination. The Syndicate must be stopped.
Malicious. The Nexus continued alarming growth, its gravitational pull intensifying, drawing in stray asteroids.
Energy surges became frequent, manifesting as localized supernovas, consuming anything too close.
Moments. Facing overwhelming odds, Xylos initiated Project Chimera, a daring, risky endeavor. Chimera's core was a temporal distortion field generator, phasing enemy vessels out of reality, rendering weapons inert. It was their last hope.
Building it required immense resources and sacrificing many vessels. This desperation play was their last hope to neutralize the Aether Lance.
Theron launched diversionary attacks, drawing Syndicate forces, recognizing Project Chimera's importance. General Kalen led the most dangerous operations. Their maneuverability and fierce combat inflicted significant damage, but enemy numerical superiority took its toll.
Their valiant sacrifices bought time for Ezra's engineers to finalize Project Chimera. Last eyesight.
Project Chimera neared completion. Convergence launched its final, all-or-nothing offensive towards the Syndicate's perimeter bristled with thousands of automated turrets, minefields, and a massive fleet. This was the heart of enemy strength. The void around Nexus became a swirling vortex of energy and debris, a graveyard of destroyed ships. Convergence fleet engaged Syndicate defenses. Xylos deployed Project Chimera. Decoy cruisers drew Aether Lance's fire, a risky maneuver.
As the devastating beam struck,
A collective gasp went through Convergence comms. The Syndicate, stunned by their ultimate weapon's failure, faltered, opening a crucial opportunity.
AI commanders and digital loading.
Mental disruption disabled targeting systems, causing friendly fire. Syndicate formations crumbled, vulnerable to direct assault from the invisible force. General Kalen ordered a full Theron breakthrough. Nimble fighters swarmed Syndicate lines, unhindered by the Aether Lance and disoriented enemy fire. They targeted critical command vessels, fighter bays, and shield generators, turning the battle's tide. Kalen engaged a Theron's relentless assault and unwavering courage created a gaping hole. This paved the way for Convergence's main fleet. Convergence fleet breached the final ring, entering the Nexus' volatile domain. The anomaly's sheer raw power was breathtaking and terrifying.
As they neared Nexus, colossal, ancient construct emerged, the Nexus Guardian. Its form shifted, pulsed with cosmic energy. Its singular purpose, prevent unauthorized Nexus control.
Indiscriminately targeting both Convergence and Syndicate forces, it added a new, overwhelming threat to the chaotic Nexus battle.
Faced with Guardian's wrath, an uneasy alliance formed between Convergence and Syndicate remnants. Previous conflict became secondary to this existential threat.
Commander Valerius broadcast a plea for cooperation, answered by a desperate Syndicate subcommander. Former enemies fought side by side. Their combined firepower focused on the monstrous entity, a testament to primal survival against unimaginable, cosmic terror. Combined fleets unleashed full arsenal. Aetherless with krill projectors, searing wounds.
Guardian roared in silent fury, tearing through ranks. But focused power took its toll.
This hinted at its true vulnerability and potential deactivation. The unified force's destructive power finally took its toll.
Amidst chaos, Chancellor Lyra analyzed Guardian's energy signature, discovering a critical weakness. It was Nexus's control mechanism.
Its attacks were a side effect of its primary function, preventing chaotic activation. This bold idea, born from desperation and ingenuity, presented an alternative to brute force.
A daring infiltration mission was hastily organized. Xylos engineers and Krillpsians, protected by They
landed on Ossel's colossal, pulsating hull, torriding reactors.
The Temporal Alliance with Syndicate held, buying precious minutes. Universe fate hung by a thread during this perilous, critical mission. Inside the Guardian's core, the team faced automated defenses and Syndicate shock troopers, who had attempted a similar mission. A brutal firefight erupted, illuminating pulsating conduits. Krillshian's disabled automatons, Xylos engineers battled Syndicate for control node access.
The air thrummed with immense power, threatening to tear them apart. Their resolve remained unyielding, fueled by desperate hope.
As Syndicate leader prepared self-destruct, Xylos engineers completed Lyra's recalibration.
Chaotic Nexus energies subsided, reality distortions fading. The Guardians ceased attacks. A collective sigh of relief mingled with disbelief rippled through both Convergence and Syndicate. The battle for universal dominance ended. Cessation of hostilities left an eerie silence. Debris from countless destroyed ships glittered like a deadly constellation in the Nexus system.
The Nexus, now stable and glowing with a soft, inviting light, spun gently, its
ancient. The temporary alliance dissolved, Syndicate remnants retreating, their power lust tempered. Convergence won. In years that followed, Convergence rebuilt shattered worlds, forging new cooperation. Krill shared the Nexus, under Convergence stewardship and quiescent guardian, symbolized peril and promise. It became not a weapon, but a bridge to new dimensions, ushering in an era of unforeseen cosmic discovery. Under vigilant watch, Nexus became an inter-universal study center. Carefully managed expeditions explored personally. Strict protocols ensured its power was never misused. Lessons from the battle for the Nexus echoed.
The Nexus remained a constant reminder. Universe held mysteries far greater than any one civilization could comprehend or control.
Scars of war lingered, a somber backdrop to galaxies healing. With Nexus secured, a new horizon opened for all sentient life.
The battle won, Nexus protected. The future, though uncertain, was ripe with discovery.